Greetings YouTubers, I'm Jared and this is Omnivore Bladeworks. Do y'all like sharp things? It's April something, early in the month, and the time is flying by. I've been thinking about, I actually made several videos, and since I don't have a cameraman and I don't practice these darn videos before I do them, and sometimes I drink a beer before I do them, they're always in a little bit of disarray. Anyway, I wanted to share you some news with you and to tell you what's going on in the shop. First thing is that the bad steel blades are still sitting in the same place they have been for about a month, and I'm trying to get restitution for the fact that my supplier sent me the wrong steel. I've actually thrown, as you saw in another video previously, all these Bowie knives and Raven thrower daggers, and I actually kind of like them, and it's fun to throw. But I'm doing that because basically I have nothing to lose by throwing them. The other blades, I gave one of these to a guy that worked at the heat treat shop because I knew it was a piece of crap, and I think I gave another guy one of these. So there's that one of those and one of these floating around there, and they were supposed to mark it with an S, so that and I'm sure they'll just keep it. But anyway, and then there's also one of these guys that got out, and it's supposed to come back to me, but everything else is in-house, and nobody's running around with bad blades, which is good. I got this batch of 5160 1/4 inch thick steel. These blanks, the only thing that's spoken for is this Parvis and this Murder, which is already ground. But these are all going to get os-tempered, and I think that we're going to get better performance out of the 5160 because my heat treater tells me that this has better in-quench hardenability than the 1095. On the 1095, we end up getting a differential hardening because it has the ability to turn into bainite in the thinner cross sections, and then in the thicker cross sections you end up with more of a regular perlite structure. So, which means when you try to break a blade, what it does is it bends and yields. I mean, it flexes a little bit, and it's like a spring at first, but then when it yields, it bends a little bit. Not like this one. This one creased because this is low carbon steel. So I bent that in the vise and busted it off, and it was like regular old low carbon steel. So our 5160 should get better performance than 1095, and it just costs a little more. And I can't find it in sheet steel, so that's the problem. This batch of blades is all 3V, and I've got Bowie knives in 0.285 inches thick, and I have a couple of Americanus Bowies in 0.2 inches thick, and then these Ravens, Parvis, Hangry Possum, some of these Horribilis Bowie knives, and the Tanuki Katana are all 0.2 inches thick, as well as the Kodiak, which one of those is spoken for sure, and I need to look back on my records to see if the other one is as well. The daggers and the Tontos and the Bowie knives are all going to get guards made out of 3V as well, but I'm not going to heat treat them because I don't see the point, and it would just cost me money that wouldn't really add any value. So they're going to hopefully go out on by the end of the week, I suppose, and I'm going to keep these 3V Conspiracy Bastard Swords back, and I'm going to work on them and get them just right and send them out in another batch, which will include, hopefully, the new Lotor knife And I'm still playing with the profile. Somebody asked if I would enlarge this choil, which is basically a finger groove in the blade, so that when you choke up on the knife you don't cut yourself. And I'm thinking that we need to have a good stabbing point and a good batoning area on the tip, so that if you're in a, let's see, survival, evasion, rescue, resistance. In the resistance mode, you need to be able to stab the crap out of some bad guys. So the point is important. Whereas on a sheep's foot point, you don't really get very good penetration. So I'm going to play with a couple different models and figure out the absolute optimal survival knife for behind enemy lines operators. And I'm going to start carrying it with me wherever I go. Here is the board that I mount my swords to do the satin finishing. I was hoping to offer this Tanuki katana for just over $1,000, but then I realized this is the daggum katana, and I don't think it makes sense to Cerakote it and leave a rough finish. So I'm going to go ahead and do a 400 grit satin finish on the blade bevel itself, and I'm going to Cerakote the flats and the spine so that you don't have rust problems. But this is going to be an incredible cutter, and the price I'm going to set according to what's competitive in the market, because nobody makes a 3V katana, and I want to represent my brand appropriately, because this is probably some of the best. I don't want to brag, but I think I'm really good at this grinding thing and design, and so I don't want to sell myself short. Anyway, this is the 3V Unkindness, and this will be also going out with the current batch to Peters for heat treatment. So I will have at least one of those ready to go at the Blade Show. I'm sorry this video ran long. The last one I tried was 10 minutes, so bear with me. And there's just always so much to talk about and not enough time to get everything done. That's the problem. But I hope that you are excited as I am about getting all these blades finished and the website fixed up with pictures and click to buy functionality. And I'm not looking forward to the heat of the summer, but I'm looking forward to a lot of productivity and a little bit of fun on the side. So look forward to better videos. I'm going to be implementing some of my friends to help make videos in the spring and summer, because they want to help, and we'll do some cutting demonstrations, and we'll just have lots of fun. So stay tuned and subscribe if you haven't, and I guess continue liking sharp things. Alright, see you next time.